Hello everybody, this is Stellarum back for another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. On this episode we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. We've been doing a bit of Thaumcraft and Botania, and I've decided I'm going to change pace a little bit. I'm going to go back to Applied Energistics just a little bit. Let's get to it here. Okay, sorry about that. Just wanted to adjust my mic there. First things first, I wanted to show you how to do the Manasteel ingot. So I did end up making the Manasteel helmet, and I combined it with my with the goggles of revealing. So that will be pretty good as soon as I can get a mana tablet as well, which actually isn't too hard. I think it's just some living rock, but it's basically 8 living rock around an ender mana. I can't remember what exactly. I think it's you need an ender pearl put into mana, and then you'll be able to get it. Okay, down here there's a few things that are different. I've taken all the resource gathering, the automated resource gathering, mostly because all the resources were piling up here, and whenever I needed to use them, I would come over here, I would throw them in this hopper, and they would come out like this in ingot form. So I had this all automated with the lever and all that. So for one thing, I wanted to automate that. So I've gone ahead and I've changed my automation just a little bit. So I've got 3 pulverizers here. This one's actually a resonant pulverizer, so it can use up to 800 RF a tick. This one is a reinforced one, and then this is just a basic one to turn this into dust. So if we look at this, we should see the dust going up. The sand and the gravel is all filled up in these barrels, and then these pieces of dust should be heading up relatively soon. So what I'd like to do right now is let's connect up these. All of these are set up the way that we need them, so they should grab the ones exactly what we need. We do need to connect the power underneath this area here. So I'm just going to quickly let's see if we can get this all hooked up here. And what I'd like to do is get this all hooked up so that it's also going straight into the AE system as well. So this should start pulling. I'm not sure if it's going to start pulling yet, but we'll see. Anyways, it should start pulling right away. We'll come up and troubleshoot, but for now, let's go underneath and get this all hooked up in terms of power. I guess I should probably pop. So let's pop. Can't quite get that one. Okay, so we have some hardened energy ducts here. So we just need to hook them up just like this. Okay, so those are all getting power. We're going to need some power coming up here as well. So let's get that hooked up. We might want to use the leadstone energy ducts. So the hardened energy ducts are for when you need more power. I'm going to use the leadstone for just these 2 machines here. Oops, want to get down. so if that's connected, we should have power. Okay, so the way this works, this is the same auto packager that we had and a hammerer as well. So what this does is it will, let's just see here, it will automatically smash down these ores until they're all dust. And once they're dust, they're going to go into the smelteries. I've got a disconnection here because I don't have this reinforced filter. So I'm going to set up a reinforced filter here. It's going to automatically pump some ores in this one. Some ores are going to come in this one. This drum is temporary. This is just to keep it going for now. So you can see we're maybe about a third of the way through that drum. So I'm going to have to get that all hooked up as well. And once everything's all done, it comes all the way back here. I could jump down here and show you. Oops. Back up here. Okay. So this servo here will pull the ingots, the metal ingots, the resources that we're going to be producing. It pulls it out of the casting table, sends it all the way back here, and goes up here. And that goes right into our resource chest. So this will come up here, and it will eventually go into this chest here. You can see we've got a whole bunch of aluminum ingots. Now what we want to do is connect it up to our AE system. So let's see what we can do about that. Okay. So now it's coming out here. So what we want to do is have this import bus connected there. So for now we might end up putting some acceleration cards or different stuff like that. But for now, that will do. And we could probably just start running this cabling over there. Let's see what we can do here. We don't want that. I mean, it can be connected, but that's alright. So we probably want to run it right in here. And I'm wondering if we want to have it... Let's just see if there's any more smart cable here. No, not really. Let's see if we can't hook that up here. So I just want to check how many channels we have here. We should have more than enough, but... Oh, that's right. We're not using any, actually. Okay, we're going to need some more of these, however. Okay, so let's get some more cables. What we are going to need to do is set up our charger here. I might set it up here. Yeah, this will work well, actually. Okay. Because that'll provide power and everything. And all I need to do is hook up a couple of... Okay, so if I hook something like that up and put a servo there, I think it will work that way. It might not. Let me just check this. Okay, do I have... Put the mana steel away. So I've got lots of this. We'll grab a couple of those. Do I have charged ones? Okay, let's grab some of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to encode a pattern. And it's going to be 1 Certus quartz equals 1 charged Certus quartz. Encode that. Okay, and now we can come down here and we can put this in that interface right there. And now you can say, okay, whitelist, enable, and only take out a charged Certus quartz. Okay, so let's see if this works. If this works, we should be able to request a crafting for charged Certus quartz. So we can request it, let's say 10 to craft, start. And we can go down and see if the interface... The only question is if the interface isn't... Oh, perfect, okay. The only question I had was whether or not the interface could place that in the inventory there, and it looks like it can. So that's perfect. So we just got to wait for that to craft up a few of those. And we're going to make some more Fluix crystals. How are we on nether quartz? We're pretty good, actually. And what about Fluix? We might be able to make a few more. You know what? I think we're just going to make that for now. And let's see if... It's not the most efficient use of my resources, but I need to automate that. So I need to get a pulverizer automated there and set up with my AE network so that it can perform that automatically for me. But for now, we'll be fine doing this just like this, and we're going to need one more crafting like that. So as soon as this is done, we'll request some more Fluix. You all done? Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and... Oh, you can't. You need that to be on. I need to move that whole setup. Oops, not in here. I need to move that whole setup into this building, and then change the way that it's hooked up. The toggle is kind of in the wrong spot there, but I'll try to find a way to do that if I can. Okay, so what I need is Fluix. So go ahead and make 30 of them. So we have everything we need. It's going to craft charged Certus because there's only 5 available. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. So go ahead and start that. We should see all the stuff coming out here. That is awesome. Look at that. All the quartz is going in there. None of it's coming because it's got the filter there. and then you're putting that in, and the redstone's going to be coming out soon. As soon as that comes out, you start seeing the flukes crystals appear, and it all changes over, and perfect. And that guy should get picked up. Perfect. That is awesome. I love auto crafting. Okay, so now we can make our flukes cable. And we're running out of cable, but that's all right. That's pretty much all we need, actually. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up here. Are we going to be... No, we're going to be short a bit. Okay. I thought we were all done, but I'm sure we'll be able to... I don't think the quartz is that hard to make. So let's look it up here. Quartz fiber, that's what it is. So let's make a bunch of that. And let's go ahead and craft just one more time of that. And we can go down here and get this all hooked up. Just right there. So now that should be all hooked up. We actually have that setup already up and running, and we're only using 4 channels. So that is more than enough for us. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And we should be able to start seeing, if we look up aluminum, we should start to see aluminum start to come in, or different stuff like that, or whatever's in that chest, basically. So if we head over there, we should be able to see the AE system is pulling stuff out. So you can see flint is coming out now, and next is going to be aluminum. So if we head over here quickly, we should be able to see the aluminum. So if we go here and we go aluminum, yeah, so we're getting the stuff in the AE system. It's auto crafting for us. That is awesome. So that's pretty much what I had planned for today. And then other than that, I think I'm going to show you guys really quickly just a little toy. Well, not a little toy, I should say. I've done a bit of work on, well, a bunch of stuff. I did a bunch of quests and different stuff like that. I actually have one that's unclaimed, so let's try to find that. It's in Storage Wars. Oh, yes, I made a drum. Potion of Regeneration. Nice, okay. So in these quests, I also wanted to make Signalum, which was in the Tinker's Toys. So if I go over in Exotic Metals, it has Signalum there. So I actually made Signalum, and I was looking it up, and the crossbow made out of Signalum is actually really good. 0.25 seconds of draw speed and 12.6 arrow speed. So that's actually a faster arrow speed than my iron one, and it's a way faster draw speed. So it's a half a second of a draw speed. So I want to show you just how potent this bow is and how fast it is to draw. So let's go hunting a bit in the nether. Okay, so let's go over here. The ghast probably aren't the hardest ones, the hardest mobs to hunt, so we could probably find something else. Let's say I want to attack those zombie pigmen for something a little more challenging. They won't be able to get me here. Watch this. One shot. Whoa. course, it's better if you do that. Okay, are you aggro? Yeah. Look how fast that goes. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to be careful around here now. I've definitely aggroed a few zombie pigmen. Ooh, look at that guy. Okay, you see that big spider? One shot. It is definitely cool having this bow, or this crossbow. So that's what I want to show you guys. I'll leave you guys with that. You can see that I've got a weapon I can take into the nether and fight against all sorts of creatures, and I really don't have to worry about who I fight. I pretty much... Well, that was the first non-one-shot. Okay, so let's head out of the nether. I might come back and clean up a bit some of the mobs, and maybe try to make this a little bit safer, make sure that no zombie pigmen are spawning around our base. I don't want to come out and have those zombie pigmen kind of waiting, trying to get their revenge on me. So yeah, that's a pretty cool little, nice little extra tool that we have in our arsenal now, and we'll be able to go hunting in the nether and not have to worry too much. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for this episode. I'm going to continue doing some work off camera, making sure that all this is running. It seems to be going pretty well. The one problem I might have is power. I actually ran out of power here. I upgraded these with some augments, and so they can generate up to 480 RF a tick, which is more than sufficient for what I have over there, except the lava supply wasn't able to keep up. So right now, I think I've added another row of lava supply of crucibles generating lava, and I think that's going to be able to keep up for now, but we might need to look at some more power options. So that's one thing I was kind of looking in this quest book and seeing what other types of quests can we continue going down. So if we look at the power lines, I mean, there's the big reactors that we could start exploring, and it's certainly possible. It's certainly something we might want to do. So we need to build all these blocks anyways in order to complete this this task. And I think now that we've got this resource set up, this automated resource stuff set up, and it's hooked into our AE system, we might want to start looking at that, at a big reactor system or something along that line. And I also want to keep going on Thaumcraft, so I might get back to that next week or next episode, or I might kind of keep looking at different power options. So you can see I've got some solar panels up here as well. I've upgraded these. I upgraded a lot of the wiring to hardened flux ducts instead of the leadstone flux ducts. So lots of stuff going, lots of stuff still coming along. I gotta fix up the floor. I probably gotta make this whole thing look a little nicer instead of just cobble everywhere. And for now, I think this is good enough. We're making some progress, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? See you guys later. Bye.